What's going on, nation? Ukvapeuk here and welcome. Today I bring you another collaboration between Vapes and Augavpe, and this is the Intake MTL. Oh, I heard so many good things about this MTL, but as you know, I'm not a big fan of MTL. I'm more on a direct long or restricted direct long. But yeah, I did try it and I kind of fell in love. Yeah, spoiler alert. So it is single coil MTL. That is the intake that he uses on the past on all the RTAs in here. It's gotta hold a lot of juice on this bad boy. It's gotta have one of the most tunable airflows that you're gonna see on the market. But obviously we go to all of that, all the up and close. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna dive down. Okay, so here is the box where your Intake MTL by Augavpe and Vapes comes in. So pretty extra coil, you're gonna have two coils there, you're gonna have pull screws, and you're gonna have a bunch of airflows that I'm gonna remove in a while to show them a little bit closer. And you're also gonna be provided with the extra bubble glass, and this one is a 4.6 ml of juice. And here is the main event, the Intake MTL. So starting from the bottom, you're gonna have Vapes right there. It is a 24mm diameter. Gonna have a protruding pin, even though, do you really want to use this on a hybrid mechanical mode? I don't think so. This straight glass holds 3.1 ml. They're pretty specific on the mls. So 3.1 ml of juice. You're gonna have a nice 510 on the top, and this thing sits there. Look at that, seamless. Looks like almost is made of it. Okay, did manage to remove it. I had to go through the inside, okay. It was a bit dry, but it is a 510, so you can fit all your 510s in there, no issues. This one looks sexy and is very comfortable. Here you're gonna have a half turn situation, okay, to unlock, to fill. Always let drop something. So you're gonna be able to feel from the top. Okay, so the airflow can be removed, okay, and it's gonna have kind of a track going on in there. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, so it's very easy to take it out and put it back, and you're gonna have this big slot or this hole right there. Now you only can use one at the time. You can't use both at the same time, but as soon as you put it there, as you can see, you're gonna be able to adjust smallest, this one, and then when you close here, it's gonna start to open right here. Here we go. And here you can use the 4 slots or 3, or there's no 4, 5 slots, 4, 3, 2, or 1 of them. And then you're still gonna have adjustment on the inside. Now, when you go a bit further, here we go. I still have my build in there. We're gonna remove that before we're coming back. As you can see, peak insulator right there, and those 2 holes that you see right over there is where your airflow is gonna come. Okay, one hole is gonna be for one side, the other hole is gonna be for the other side. And here, if you want to remove obviously your glass, you can. Actually, I've been running the bubble glass. I mean, wow, MTL with the bubble glass with 4.6 mls. Pretty amazing. Now you're gonna have Intake MTL engraving there. It is pretty discreet. You barely can see it. Here we go. So white O-rings on the top. They fit there perfectly, no issues. All the barrel, all the machining is pretty damn good. Okay, now it's really zoom in so you can see it properly now that I remove my build. So the 2 tubes gonna be for your airflow. Obviously they're gonna travel to there, go under to that little thing. That's the thing that I said that you can change, and you're gonna have a lot of them available inside the bag. Okay, and here how you're different. So you're gonna have 5 in total. Okay, I have 1 installed. As you can see, they are pretty tiny. Now I don't know, I can't remember the sizes, but they are pretty small sizes. Okay, and you're gonna be with the flathead screwdriver. You just take them out and put it back in as you want. I have the tightest one. I found it easy if I put the tightest one and then just adjust my airflow from there. You're also gonna have engraved right there, I don't know if you can see it, it says lock, and here unlock. Is that because the screws, the pull screws, are reverse threaded? I think I heard somewhere, probably even Vapes say that they done that so your leads don't move when you're attaching them. To be honest, I mean, he put the grooves in there. Can you see that? Those grooves right there. I think have the reverse threading doesn't make any difference because this still gonna move, to be honest. I wish they had done just normal threading. I mean, we know by now that soon if you put this column right here, this stopper right there, is more than enough. You don't have to go reverse threading, because you always know that screws like that or posts like that, they're always gonna move a little bit. It's just you have to fiddle a little bit just to make sure it don't move that much. Okay, so here you're gonna be your wicking ports, okay, and here's where you're just gonna travel, your wick gonna be there and feed your coil. It's nothing crazy. And obviously there you just flathead screwdriver, you can take that insert, you can run without it, even though I probably do not recommend, but you can run without it or choose any of the other 4 sizes. So airflow adjustment in here is gonna be extremely tunable, extremely tunable. So I gotta put on the mod and we're gonna throw a build in there. Okay, so this is the coil they actually provide. Now they only provide with 3 wraps on there. To be honest, it's not enough, so keep remembering it is reverse threaded, so you want to kind of untie to tie. It's always a pain in the ass when it's reversed because you can't really remember. Here we go. I probably will have to go off camera because it's very hard to keep everything in place. Here we go. I have it. Okay, so I have to be battling a little bit with that coil. It is a bit too small, and then they only put 3 wraps, so I tried to put more wraps. I kind of messed up, so I completely ditched it. I went to pick up my own wire, so I was just in the process to start to glow it. As you can see, I already have some colors. I want to just pinch it because I want to make sure. Here we go, it's nice and tight in there. Here we go. Look at that, glowing just perfect in there. As you can see, it's pretty damn down low right there. So now I'm gonna throw some cotton. Okay, so let's see if I can pull it through. You know, MTL coils are so fragile that if you kind of messed up a little bit, the coil is gone. Okay, pull it right over like so. Perfect. So I'm gonna give it a nice comb. On this one you don't need massive amounts of cotton. I will say just wick it like any other RTA. Here we go, right about there, maybe even a bit too much, but we're gonna test it. Nah, it's fine. Here we go. The hole is kind of big here on the top, so it's gonna fit quite a lot of cotton, but it wicks perfectly. I have no dry hits, no leaking, nothing, just works perfectly. This one I'm gonna give it another comb. I think I have a little bit too much. Pretty much it. As you can see, you have the cotton poking in there. Looks good to me. Okay, so I'm gonna use some Vamp Dose by Vampire Vapes. I think it was the only 6 milligram that I had in hand. Here we go, and we have the vapors. So now it's pretty damn simple. Just put it there. He's gonna find his way into the holes. That's it, pretty much it, and then just fill it up. That's it, 4.6 ml, that's a lot for MTL. Put the top cap and you're ready to go. So we did cover up everything. We're gonna come back on top. I tell you where you can get a price, and we run to pros and cons. Alright, then we're back, and that was the up and close for the Intake MTL by Mike Vapes and Augavpe. So where you can get it in price? I mean, everywhere in the world, and it's gonna go around, I saw it around 24, 25 UK pounds. Some stores have a little bit cheaper, other stores a little bit higher, so you have to kind of search for the best price, but it's gonna be in that round, okay? So let's go to pros and cons. Listen, so one of the cons that I have for it is the reverse threading on the deck that I think is not necessary. I think he done it to make sure when you tie up, you don't mess up your coil, but doesn't matter what you do, still gonna mess up a little bit of your coil in there. I prefer it was normal thread because it did put those channels on the side, so you don't go anywhere, okay? And then you just have to fiddle about a little bit to make sure it's straight. The reverse threading, it is a deal breaker? No, absolutely not. But it's always something that you have to remember. When I got it, I even didn't realize. I was like, oh, I can't screw that. And then I realized, oh, okay, it's reverse threading. So yeah, that has to be one of my cons. And the other one, just a little bit nicky picky. I wish they put a little bit more wraps on the coils that they provide, because 3 wraps is not really a lot. I mean, I have normally in here about 6 to 7 wraps on the MTL wire, okay? So 3 wraps is not gonna be the most of it. I think they need to put a little bit more, because when I try it, I messed it up. I'm not good with small coils, but hey, oh. Other than that, listen, you know I'm not really into MTL, okay? It's not my type of vaping. It's not like, oh, I hate it, it's pointless. No, it's not my type of vape. Some people love MTL, don't like direct lung or restricted direct lung. Some other people like everything. I'm more on the restrictive direct lung, low wattage. That's my type of vape. That doesn't mean that any other devices that operates outside of that they're gonna be crap, you know, or I'm not gonna test them, or I'm not gonna enjoy them. Listen, I fell in love with this bad boy. The thing is close that I reviewed to this RTA was the Expromiser V4, I think. That thing was also extremely tunable, and I used to have a blast on it. And I gave it away to a friend that was a very, very big MTL lover, so I gave it away. I kind of regret it because I kind of like it, but now I have this one, and this one, this one stays here because I did fell in love. The difference between those two RTAs is this one, the attention to the detail in here, it is extremely good, okay? And you can't expect less from Mike Vapes. I mean, he's been in the game for a very long time. He's a very experienced vapor, so you will expect to have some quality like you have on this one. Now, how much tunable it is almost unbelievable. First of all, you can tune on the deck, okay? So as soon as you find your perfect airflow, then you just have to tune on the top. You can go hole by hole, or you can go all the holes, you know, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 hole with the big slot in there. I do love that. You can put a lot of juice. I mean, bubble glass 4.6 ml on an MTL. That's gonna last a lot. It's not hard to build, okay? You have to kind of feel a little bit, but MTLs are a bit like that. Other than that, machining, construction, attention to the detail is just perfect. I do love this MTL, and I'm vaping a lot of MTL lately because of this bad boy. Very, very surprised. And I'm not the biggest fan of the intake series. It's just not my style of vape. The first RTAs, I think the single coil and the dual coil, they were good, but they were not my type of vape. So I have an MTL coming, and his intake series, I was like, that's gonna be a hard one for me. Listen, yeah, sometimes you get surprised, and I got surprised on this one. So at this point, I have a 0.53, 18 watts. I have the closest you can go. So the tightest air hole on the deck, and the tightest air hole on the top. This is the most restricted that you can go, and I love it. You know, I compare that really, really close to a cigarette. The draw, the pull on it is pretty close to a cigarette. This thing is tight, okay? Now, I could go for the second hole. Let's go to the third hole, okay? Just in between. And the adjustment on it is just very, you know, in some RTAs, MTLs, you just adjust and you see a big difference. Here, the difference is small, it's tiny, it is very, very minuscule. So that's very good for MTL lovers, because they adjust in very small quantities to find the perfect spot. This is the biggest hole. Perfect, no issues in there. Now let's go, like I said, you can't have both airflows at the same time. Let's go wide open with the smallest on the deck. So this one is wide open, 5 holes. Now, this is very open now. You could do a very restricted direct long with this RTA if you go for the biggest airflow, or even maybe nothing on the bottom of the deck, but I do not recommend that. But if you go to the biggest airflow that they provide with the biggest on the top, I think you can do a nice restricted direct long, and that's gonna be another pro for me because I do like a restricted direct long. Yeah, just perfect. I mean, it is a bit too restricted for me. I will have to change to a bigger hole, but yeah, you can do both of them. This is not also MTL, but a very restricted direct long if you want to. Listen, flavor is top notch, construction is top notch, attention to the detail is top notch. It's not many cons, it's only pros, pros, pros. It's not only Mike Vapes that is knocking out of the park, it is also Augavpe. I mean, I have the Foxy one here, and you can go and watch the review for it. Amazing. I'm testing the Druga RTA. I'm in love with that. I didn't test the RDA, the Druga, but I heard very, very good things. So Augavpe is smashing the market. This one, if you're an MTL lover, definitely recommend. I don't think so you're gonna find much better out there, especially for this price right here. So definitely recommend. We're gonna wrap it up. Thanks for everything. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you next time. Till there, keep vaping.